friends, welcome back to my channel. I missed you guys so much. I am finally bringing you a video on my custom fine jewelry safe from the company Brown Safe. It is both a great way to organize and display your jewelry and keep it safe. So I'm going to be telling you all about the features that I have, what I chose when I was doing my customization in order to help you guys do the same thing. This is not a sponsored video, but you can let Brown Safe know that you found out about them from this YouTube channel. So since the last time I saw you guys, we have lots of new subscribers over here. We're almost to 7,000. So I've been to Bali and Thailand for 5 weeks, and then we went away on spring break. And I'll get into the details towards the end of this video on some things that have been on my mind and on my heart, and just some transitions that have taken place, and I'll explain to you. But for now, we're just going to talk about my safe. I won't get into details on the jewelry pieces that you will see because I do have tons of other videos in my jewelry playlist where you can get all of the details on that. So right now we're just gonna be talking about the safe. Welcome to my new subscribers. My name is Jody Mosley. This is your fine jewelry destination. We also talk about luxury handbags and shoes, things like that. And to my older subscribers, thank you for still being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for all of your kind comments and inquiries and everything. I truly appreciate it. So we're gonna get into my safe right now. I'll tell you about the exterior options, the interior options. I'll tell you the ones that I selected, and they'll also be in the description box. And that way, when you go to choose yours, you'll have an idea of what it is I'm talking about. Oh, so by the way, I know you're probably eyeing my new jewelry. I'll tell you about them in a little, but these pieces are from the Carmen collection from Sydni B. I think they're so gorgeous. I do love bold jewelry, but I prefer to not spend too much on bolder pieces because they are not the most frequently worn items in my collection, but I like having them for when I'm doing something like this, which is a all black, super simple fit, and you want that pop of bold. They come in super handy, and therefore when you're able to find them for a great price point, it's awesome because you get to fill out that void in your jewelry collection without breaking the bank. So I'm going to give you the details on these a little bit later, and they're also in the description box. So let's begin with the external features of my Brown Safe. So for me, my size is the Gem 4018. That is the model and the size. They have two smaller ones, so they're going to have a mini, and then they'll have another one a little bigger. This is a medium. After that, they have one that is taller than mine. Mine, I think, is about 4.5 feet tall. And then they have one that has double doors, like super big. So some people use them for more than jewelry. I only put my fine jewelry in here. So therefore, this was the right amount of room. It was big enough for me to grow into. Actually, I filmed this video back in December, and then I got a bunch of new jewelry that I added in. So I thought I would refilm the video for you so you can see what's going on with it right now. So it was great that I got this size, so it left room to grow into. And had I got the mini, I would have already been at capacity. So you have to decide what your collection looks like, how much more you plan to acquire, and therefore, and also the space that you have to fit it into. This is an almost 600-pound safe, so you need to kind of know where you're going to put it to determine what size is going to be best suited for you. So that's my size, Gem 4018. While we're talking about that, let's talk about price. So at the time of purchase, which was at the end of 2020, the Gem 4018 at base was $4,000 or $4,500. I say at base because they have the base model, and then you get to customize and you add on options. So by the time I added on all of my options and after tax and everything, I believe it came out to $6,500, and then they charged $1,200 for the delivery and installation. So I believe they sent over 4 guys who got it installed and hooked it up and everything like that. And again, it's super heavy and it is upstairs, so you know they had to lift and carry and all of that. So that is something to consider as well. So it is a great investment. I mean, most basic bracelet or something is probably around $6,000, right? And then once you start to have more pieces, you really do need to have a safe place in the comfort of your home that you can put them. So I think it's a great option. All right, so the next thing I will show you is how it looks outside. So the color I have is called Sierra Tan. They're available in up to 10 different external colors. You can get pink, you can get blue, you can have red, white, just whatever external color you would want. I went with Sierra Tan because it matches the aesthetic of the room that it is in. All of my other pieces in here are something like this. So it kind of blends into the aesthetic. These safes are meant to look beautiful and to stand out and to blend in at the same time, meaning it's not one of your traditional really clunky looking safes. So that's the whole idea. You want to choose something that is going to look nice in the space in which you put it. So this is Sierra Tan. I will list all of my options in the description so you don't have to try to remember everything. And then for my lock, I went with the digital lock, meaning it's the one that has a keypad. You punch in the code, simply turn the lock. Oops, I locked myself out. Hold on, guys. Bam. You do that, you let yourself in. So the interior continues to be Sierra Tan, but then you'll notice these wooden options in here. This is called Curly Maple. It's the lighter wood. It's super beautiful. I liked the clean look of it, but they also have darker options available in black and lots of other things, but this one is called Curly Maple. So you'll notice I have a necklace rack here. That is a upgrade, so it's an option that you can add. I think this upgrade was $350, but it's totally worth it because it extends the amount of space you have in the safe, being able to utilize this door. So it has three rows of these pulls. There are 4 pulls on each one. So you get 12 of these little pulls that you can hang your necklaces on, and it just looks great. And again, it just makes more room available to you. This section here, I could have added a mirror, but I opted not to get the mirror because I don't necessarily want to be crouched down here looking in this mirror to put on my jewelry. So instead I got a mirror from Amazon that has lights all around it. It's beautiful. I listed that in the description box for you too. I think my mirror was about $60. It's also in gold, so it's matching the overall aesthetic that I have as well. So I thought, you know, put it out there on top so I can actually stand and put my jewelry on. That was much more convenient for me. So the wood continues into the drawers. They're going to be made out of whatever wood that you select. So again, mine is Curly Maple. Moving on, you'll notice that all of the pulls, these things are called pulls. So the pulls on the drawers, the pulls, well, the little knobs for hanging the necklaces, and also the lock, they are gold. So on their website, it is called brushed brass. So the brushed brass option is what gives this gold effect. It does look like nice, real gold. I've had my safe for 2 years now, and I'm in it constantly. And they haven't changed color or chipped or rusted over, anything like that. So super high quality. So I really love these pulls. The next option I'll tell you is also going to refer to the size of the safe. So this is a Gem 4018. It's on the taller side compared to the mini. And then the reason for this is I have some space towards the bottom of the safe. When you're customizing, you can choose to have the extra space beneath the drawers or above the drawers. Obviously, I went with mine beneath. I also have a shelf that divides the space, which is great, so that you can choose to put some things on top, something beneath. You can also do that on top, but I prefer to have my drawers first and then the space. But again, depending on where you're putting the safe, it might be more convenient for you to have your extra space at the top. You can also opt for 2 spaces, so it's the same amount of space, but they would cut it in half, put a section at the top and then another section at the bottom, and put the drawers in between the 2 spaces. So all depends on how you would like to have your jewelry organized. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the drawers. So I have 7 drawers on my jewelry safe. 3 of them, let's see, 4 of them are 2 inches deep. So that's going to refer to how far down they go. And then I have 2 3-inch ones. So that's the depth of these 2 drawers. And then my last drawer is 4 inches deep. So this is going to be the biggest, deepest drawers. And you get to select the depths that you would like depending on what it is you're going to be storing in the safe. Alright guys, so the next thing I'll talk about is the actual interior of the drawers. You get to select these as well. They do have some pre-done packages where you can just pick what they already selected, like a set of 6 or a set of 7 or whatever, and just run with that. But I went with the option to specifically choose which inserts I wanted in my drawers, because who knows your jewelry better than you? I know the kind of jewelry I have, so I knew what type of inserts I would need for my jewelry. So for my first drawer, well, before that, on top of being able to select the insert, you get to select the fabric that they use to line the insert. I went with the black velvet. Now I can tell you, while the black is a great backdrop for all jewelry pieces, things really pop on black, especially diamonds and stones and stuff like that. I kind of wish I had gone with the white, because the black shows up lint and dust and everything, and I'm always having to go in there with a small vacuum cleaner, not with my jewelry in it, of course. Or sometimes I'll use the lint roller and I'll get in there and clean it out. You'll see in some of the photographs that it has kind of that glare or that reflection of the lint. With the naked eye, it's not so bad, but when I do my photography, I notice it. So anyways, maybe if you go with one of the white options, like the white satin, it would not show up as much. But anyways, mine is black velvet. Apart from the linty issue, I absolutely love it. It's sturdy, it stays in place. It's not like fabric that's all loose and getting your jewelry tangled up. So that's awesome. So for drawer number 1, I went with the rectangular compartments, which are perfect for jewelry that needs to be stretched out. For me, that is where I put my anklets. If I did not have the jewelry rack option here for the necklaces, that would have been a great place to lay the necklaces down. Also for the watches that can lay flat, that is a great option as well. So that's what I selected for drawer number 1. For my second drawer, I have 6 larger rectangle sections, and I have 2 drawers that are exactly the same. So I have 2 of these 6 compartment rectangles. The reason for that, I have mostly bracelets and bangles in my collection, so I wanted to have the 12 compartments to put those. So for the first one, I have my watches, and then behind that I have my hoop earrings. While we're at it, I'm going to skip these 2 drawers and I'll just open the second drawer that is the same. In the second drawer, I have the same layout of the 6 rectangles, but this is where the bangles go. So I've got all my bangles in here right now, I think, except for what I'm wearing. So I told them that that is what I wanted, because if I had gone with one of their other packages that was already pre-selected, I wouldn't have these 2 drawers, and I knew I needed to have enough space for things like that. So the next 2 drawers are identical. They are the necklace layout. So in my first one, I have my Tiffany circlet necklace, and there's lots of room to grow in here. You'll notice that I have other compartments all around it. That would be great for storing other necklaces or other watches and things like that, bracelets that can lay flat. And then the smaller squares are good for rings and stuff. But right now, I just have the circlet necklace, and then I have the little clasp that it came with. So that's it for that drawer, room to grow. The second drawer that is exactly like it, I have put my Tiffany Victoria tennis necklace that I got for my birthday and anniversary this year. You guys probably remember that unboxing. You can check it out if you missed it. So that's where I put it. I also have the matching Tiffany Victoria tennis bracelet in there with it. because that compartment is there where you can just lay it flat. And again, there is room left over to grow into. So my sixth drawer, this is a very critical drawer. I would say no matter what it is you're customizing, you should definitely get an insert like this. This is where I am keeping all of my rings and my earrings. It has those nice thin slots where you can insert the jewelry down, so it's perfect for hoop earrings, the smaller ones, and also for studs and rings and stuff like that. It is the perfect drawer for that. And you can see I'm utilizing it with the rings towards the bottom and the earrings towards the top. Very critical drawer to have. And then it's cut in half, and the second half has this nice rectangular portion where you can put, well, I've put another necklace here. This is my Ippolita necklace. I am able to just lay it flat and have it do its own thing over there like a cute statement piece. And then the last drawer that I have is the deepest one. So this is where I chose to put all of the, what are these again? The certificates and things like that your jewelry will come with. Passports, documents, all of that good stuff. This is the best drawer in my opinion for things of that nature. And then let me show you what I've done with the bottom. Alright guys, so you can see things a little bit better now. Let me just run through these real quick and give you that up close perspective. Very easy to pull out drawers as well, and none of them have ever got stuck or slid out. Matter of fact, you cannot pull the drawers all the way out, so that's another thing. You want to make sure that you choose the right layout, because once the drawers are in, that's it. However, you can take out the inserts and switch them around, but the inserts are at the depth of the drawer. So if you switch around your inserts, you're going to end up maybe with the inserts not being the right height for the drawer that you put them in. That being said, let's take a look at the bottom. So in the bottom section, I have this larger space here, and then I asked them to put in the shelf. The shelf is optional, and then I've got nothing but boxes in here. It's all just boxes from my jewelry. Once I unbox them, I put them in the drawers, but then I keep my boxes down here. That way I always have the original packaging if I should ever need it. And then this is how this part looks over here. Alright guys, so up here on top of the safe is where I'm keeping other little storage solutions that I have. So I have all of these Tiffany trays that were gifts from my essays. I just lay them out up here. And then two of my favorite boxes from Tiffany, I keep them up here as well. And then there's a large, like the safe is pretty deep. It's like maybe 1.5 feet. So there's a lot of space up here. So I have more boxes and cute little things on top. And I have my mirror right here. And then next to it over here is this tray that I love. It's really heavy. It's a nice marble tray that I found on Amazon. And what I do with this tray is whenever I'm deciding what jewelry I'm wearing today, I will hop into my safe, grab that jewelry, lay it all out on this tray, and that's how I'm gonna decide what I'm wearing. I'll get dressed from the tray. And also when I'm cleaning my jewelry, I'll take the stuff out, put on the tray, and then I'll take it to clean it. I also have a video on how I clean my jewelry, so you can check that out as well to get great tips on how to keep your, sorry, this tray is so heavy. You'll get great tips on how to keep your jewelry looking brand new. Alright friends, so that's majority of the options that I have on my safe. Another security feature that it has, which was an option I added on, was the security feature. So it's actually also hooked up to the alarm system of our house. So whenever the door is opened or closed or left open, we actually get alerts via text message that tell us what is going on. So that is a great option too. I mean, at the end of the day, the whole point of this is to not only display your jewelry beautifully, but also keep it safe and make sure that you have peace of mind Somebody like me who's in and out of my jewelry constantly, I like having a good place in my house to keep it rather than an external safe somewhere or at a safety deposit or a bank or something like that. So that's just a great added feature that adds to the overall security of your jewelry safe. So I hope you guys like it. Now I'm gonna tell you what's been going on. But first, let me show you this jewelry piece that I'm wearing. So I've shown you guys pieces from Sydni B Jewelry before. She is an amazing jeweler that makes beautiful, beautiful pieces, lots of earrings. She uses real diamonds and everything and like really great materials, but the price point is amazing, which is one of the things we talk about on this channel a lot. We really appreciate jewelers who make jewelry accessible, who make fine jewelry accessible. So she's one of them. This is from her latest collection called Carmen. Look how gorgeous this is. It really like stands out and pops against a simpler outfit, and I've really been dressing like this lately. I just want to feel comfortable and carefree, but I still want to have a little extra something, and so these pieces are really great for that. I also have this bracelet from her, also from the Carmen collection, and I think they just look so good together, really upgrade the vibe of a simpler fit. I'm gonna come closer and show you my earrings, but I have these cute hoops from her. I know a lot of you sometimes ask me, how do you mix your metals? I don't like mixing metals. I love to mix metals, but when it comes to my earrings and my necklace, I usually like for those to be the same metal. For example, this piece, I wouldn't wear gold earrings with this necklace. So I opted for these earrings. They are from the Geometric collection by Sydni B. And they are the white gold hoops with diamonds, and they're just so, so pretty. So that way I had something white, like white metals in the ears to go with this necklace, which is called the Eve necklace from her Carmen collection. I love this necklace because in order for you to put it on, all you have to do is loosen it up, bring it up over your head, and then you just put it back on over. And then it's up to you where you want to tighten it in order for it to catch. And I just love the really nice rustic look of it. The feel of this piece is super pretty. And then here is the bracelet. I really love it as well, also from the Carmen collection. It's one of those really nice pieces that you want to add to give some character to a really basic outfit. So I thought these pieces were really pretty. Ooh, let me show you the earrings. And you know what I love about them is how easy they are to put in and to take off. You simply just stick this part in, snap it on, and you are done. You can do it with long nails, with no nails, like just so great. And so I will link these earrings in the description box for you. My code is Jody10 whenever you are shopping with Sydni B. Thank you to those of you who purchased last time. I was so excited to see you guys in your pieces. Continue to tag me whenever you buy anything. We love to see it. And thank you so much for supporting my channel and for supporting the makers that I feature on this channel. We truly appreciate it. And on that note, let me tell you what is going on the other side of Jody land. All right, friends, here's what's going on. Time for a little chit chat. Go ahead and grab your wine and your popcorn and let's dive in a little bit. I won't keep you long, but I just wanted to, out of respect for you guys as my subscribers, I felt like I should tell you some of the things that are happening. So there's two reasons that I'm a little MIA. Let me just say I am not gone, and I will be continuing to make more videos, especially now that I've uploaded this one. We're gonna see more frequent uploads coming up, which will include, I've been saying this forever, but I'm finally gonna do it, my entire luxury bag collection and designer shoe collection and my Amazon favorites. I have so many amazing things I've purchased on Amazon that are great for jewelry lovers and are amazing as gifts, and all of my jewelry care, like everything I use to clean my jewelry, all of that is from Amazon. So I want to do a video sharing that with you. That being said though, after going to Bali and to Thailand and taking that time off and really becoming one with nature and just having such a really great relaxed time away, it became really hard for me to come back to doing this. And there's two major things that are going on. One, having this channel is not as thrilling as it used to be, and that is because there's two reasons. So one is I'm losing the thrill of this channel being that it's in the luxury space, and the second thing is I have another business, Jody Melissa, which is kind of more in line with my current purpose. And for those two overarching reasons, that's kind of why things slow down a bit. So let's dive into the first one, which is how I'm losing the thrill a little or a lot. So when I started this channel was 2 years ago. It was mid-May of 2021. So we're going 2 years. I started it when I was in the middle of my journey of, let's call it, designer acquisition. So that's when I embarked upon starting furthering my fine jewelry collection and my handbag collection and my shoe collection. So we were in the middle of it, and I wanted to take you guys along with me. Now we're kind of at that tail end. I've come to my place where I feel very comfortable and very happy and very content with everything that I have. And so I'm not really buying anything. I don't want to do any unboxings anymore. Like, I've grown beyond that. I feel like I have finally found my space where I'm in my so what era. It's like, oh, so-and-so has a new collection. And I'm like, so what? I don't care. My essays are emailing me. They're texting me like, oh, come check this out. We're doing this. We're doing that. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm no longer thrilled. I'm no longer turned on. It no longer makes such a big impact on me that I'm excited enough to not only get involved, but to share it with you on this platform. It's just that now it's just a part of my regular life, having stuff like that, and you just get used to it, and then it doesn't have the same thrill anymore. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. If I were starting over today, I would have gone through the same steps. I would have done everything I have done. I would have everything I have. I'm just saying, now that I have gone through the journey, it just feels a little mundane, and it's just not as exciting for me anymore. And then the second aspect of this is just societal overwhelm. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's like there's just too much of this everywhere, and everybody's buying another bag and another shoe and another this and another that. And I'm not hating on it at all. It's just that I'm just at a point where I've had enough. I've just had enough, and some people don't get enough. And that's okay, because that's what turns them on. So if you want to have a collection of 300 bags and 1,000,000 pairs of shoes, I'm not going to judge you, because there might be something else that I can't get enough of that I would continue. But I'm just saying, like, it just feels so saturated, and I want to lean in to the other aspect of my life, which I'm about to tell you about. And the third little piece of this is the obsession with it has become so excessive that I see people doing things that in my mind don't make sense. And let me tell you a little story that explains that. So recently, I was getting my car serviced at the BMW dealership. So I have a BMW. I went in for my routine service. By the way, hi to those of you who came over to subscribe after watching my review of my car. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's not the type of video I normally do, but I thought I would share it with you guys, and it's one of the best performing videos on my channel. So thank you to those of you who subscribed and who found that video helpful. And while we're at it, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button on this video. Tell me what you liked about the jewelry safe, what you think of these Sydni B pieces, all of that. But anyways, so I'm at the dealership. I'm sitting at the counter for the like the refreshment area. And the lady who works over there, she and I are having a nice conversation, everything. So this guy comes over who is purchasing a car. So the sales rep brings him over to get some refreshments and to look around the service department and all of that. So he comes up, and the lady offers him a drink. So he opts for water. She says, would you prefer room temperature or cold? He opts for room temperature. He's with a friend. So his friend says to him, how can you possibly drink room temperature water on such a hot day? Like, why wouldn't you have cold water? It's not making sense to me. So he says to his friend, oh, I have a bunch of cavities, and if I drink cold water, it's gonna hurt like hell. And me and the lady, we look at each other and we're like, are you hearing this? So he goes away, and immediately the lady starts to say to me, she's like, and I'm sorry I'm calling her the lady, I can't remember her name, she's really nice, plus I probably shouldn't say her name, but she says to me, how could you possibly come in here to buy a brand new BMW that we're sure is gonna cost you $50,000 plus, and you have cavities that are bothering you to the point that you cannot drink cold water? And I'm saying this to say, guys, and this is why I'm a part of why I'm saying like I'm losing the thrill. I've always believed, prior to this channel, prior to this life, prior to all of this, that the best thing you can invest in is your actual self. You have to put yourself first. You have to take care of you first. Get a personal trainer, get a gym membership, eat well. No, I don't do all these things all the time either, but overarchingly, that's what is at the core of my lifestyle. You know, take care of you. Who are you? All of these things are bonuses, okay? Later on, I'm going to take this necklace off. I'm going to take this ring off. I'm going to put it all away. And who is left, what is left, that's who Jody is. And I believe same for you. You have to pour into your actual self before you start to acquire bonuses. Nothing wrong with the bonuses, but they are the icing on the cake. What does it matter how pretty the icing is if you take the icing off and the cake doesn't even taste good, right? So that's where I feel like people are getting carried away with the luxury and the designer world and more worried about an image rather than what is beneath it. And then it can be justified by some people. They'll go, oh, it makes me feel happy. And that is true. It makes us happy. That's why this channel even exists. We're happy with our things, but then are we also happy with ourselves? Being happy with the things is not a substitute for being happy with yourself. You have to be happy with both. And then sometimes a second justification, I think for some women especially, will be, well, it will help me to attract a partner. But no, most partners don't care if your bag is Chanel or Michael Kors or if you got it off the sale rack at TJ Maxx. Like, men are not worried about that. What matters and what sets you apart from all the other potential people when you're in the dating game is, who are you? Like, what makes you different? And the differentiators are going to be things that are unique and that are special about you, your personality and your charisma, and do you care about people? Things like that will matter way more than the things you put on, because all of that is just, it's temporary. But anyways, the second half of why I have kind of slowed down and everything is Jody Melissa, which is my primary business. It is a resort wear company. I make and design very beautiful things that are just fabulous. I believe that quality fabrics should be accessible to everyone. I mean, if we walk into Hermes, a silk scarf is $1,000+. We go to Anthropologie, a linen dress is $350. We go into Neiman Marcus, anything that's made out of linen or silk or quality fabrics like that is always going to be so much money. So I started out on this journey to make sustainable, beautiful items out of those great quality materials, but at a price point that is accessible for most of us. So that's the point of that business. And in this life right now, where I'm transitioning into the next phase of Jody Mosley, of Jody Melissa, that is now the business that is giving me more, that's now the business that is making me feel more fulfilled, and that feels more meaningful and more impactful, and that's where I'm spending more of my time. So what I'm actually planning to do is to start another YouTube channel where I will deep dive into the behind the scenes of running that business. And it's gonna be, I mean, you guys don't have to subscribe over there. It probably will not be your thing. But what I want to do on that channel is to help other small business owners. I know a lot of you on this channel who are subscribers are jewelry makers or boutique owners and stuff like that. So I just wanted to have another place to talk about growing a business, growing a small. The second aspect of that is that business, while it's meaningful for me, some of the other reasons it is. So my hats, I do these giant oversized hats. You've probably seen them. They are 100% hand woven by a community in Indonesia. It's from Borneo Island. You've probably heard of Borneo. Borneo is an island divided between Indonesia and Malaysia. Anyways, they do the best work with their hands. Like, these hats are so pretty, and it's women who make these, and I got to meet them. And I've been getting so many letters and emails from them where they're saying, Jody, as a result of your business and as a result of you ordering from us, we're no longer field laborers. Imagine being a field laborer. I'm sorry if you can hear the noise. It is landscaping day at my house and they have arrived, so let me wrap this up. But I don't know if you know how hot Bali can get. Imagine being a field laborer out in the sun, working the whole day, every day for months and months. It's really hard. And these women are so talented, but in the light of needing to finance their lives and to pay for school and to sustain their children and everything, if there's no one ordering the hats from them, if no one is needing their craft and their talent, their alternative is to work in the fields. So they're very thankful and they're very grateful that my business is allowing them the outlet to work on their passion rather than being in the fields. And I'm so happy to do that for them. And also, they get paid much better than they would as a field laborer. And so they're able to afford a better lifestyle and to get things that they wouldn't have been able to had they been just working in the fields. And that I'm passionate about. That makes me truly happy. That makes me make a difference. And so that is where I would like to spend some time. And if you want to support the mission, I am relaunching my website on May 1st. I'm also going to be offering worldwide shipping. I know that a lot of you guys are from all over the world. Thank you so much for being here. So I'll offer worldwide shipping, so if you want to order anything, you can. And that's about it, guys. It's mostly just about my transition and about the impact that my travels have made on me and about the growth that I've experienced and just all of that and just my need to be more purposeful. But that is not to say that this channel doesn't give value. A lot of you do get value and you do enjoy the channel and you do make great decision based on my reviews and so forth, and some of you just love it for entertainment purposes, and that is okay too. So that for that reason I will continue to show up here, but I just thought I would explain to you what's going on with my time and why things are not as consistent. So alright guys, they're up on the roof blowing the leaves down. We'll continue this conversation another time. But it's so great to be back. I really love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.